Good morning, friends. How are you? Might be safe at home. Today, in this online session, I am here with Heredity and Evolution, Part 2 of 10th Standard. Today, we will discuss about monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, how characters get expressed, and sex determination in human being. First, we will discuss about monohybrid cross. Monohybrid cross is the cross in which crossing is done between one pair of contrasting characters. For example, cross between tall and short plant. Mendel selected pea plants having only one pair of characters. He crossed pure tall denoted by capital T with pure dwarf or short denoted by small t. Mendel observed that in first filial generation, that is F1, all plants are tall with genotype capital T and a small t. Here capital is dominant and small is recessive. But when the first generation plants were self-pollinated, then he observed that tall and dwarf plants are obtained in the ratio of 3:1 in second filial generation, that is F2. The ratio of pure tall means dominant TT and hybrid tall dominant and recessive both capital T and small t, and pure dwarf, that is both are recessive small t was in the ratio of 1:2:1. Here I would like to make it clear to all of you that the trait which are expressed in F1 generation is called dominant trait and is always denoted by capital letter, and the trait that is suppressed in F1 generation but later on it will express in further generation is called recessive trait, and it is always denoted by a small letter. In this case, dominant character is denoted by capital letter, as I have already told you, and recessive character is denoted by a small letter. This is the figure showing monohybrid cross between tall and dwarf plant. You may observe that in F1 generation all plants are tall, but in F2 generation out of 4 plants 3 are tall and 1 is dwarf in the ratio of 3:1. This is called phenotypic ratio, and 1:2:1 is the genotypic ratio. Here phenotypic means morphological appearance and genotypic means genetic constitution. Here we may see how monohybrid cross is worked out. Plants with tall and dwarf are crossed. Capital T into a small t. So gamete will be, what will be? Capital T and small t. Just half as it result of the meiosis. Now in F1 generation, hybrid tall is formed having capital T and small t. That is, one is dominant, another is recessive. Which when this is self-pollinated, then phenotypic ratio will be 3:1 and genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. So this is all about monohybrid cross. Now we will discuss about dihybrid cross. Dihybrid means when two pair of contrasting characters or traits are taken into consideration in a cross. For example, shape and color of seeds of pea plant is taken. That is, cross pollination is done between round and yellow seeds, denoted by dominant RR and dominant YY, with wrinkled and green, denoted by recessive small r and recessive small by seeds. Thus, crossing is done between capital R, capital capital Y with small r, small y. For this, gametes will be capital R and Y, these are dominant, and recessive R and Y, these are recessive, small r and small y. In F1 generation, hybrid round and yellow seeds plants were obtained. That is capital R, capital Y, small y. When these F1 plants were self-pollinated, then in F2 generation, out of 16 plants, 9 had round yellow, 3 had round green, 3 had wrinkled yellow, and 1 had wrinkled green seeds in the ratio of 9:3:3:1. Dihybrid cross can be easily explained by this figure. Here you may see that parents are dominant, round and yellow, and recessive, wrinkled and green. When crossing is done, then in F1 generation, hybrid round yellow are formed, and in F2 generation, round yellow, round green, wrinkled yellow, wrinkled green are in the ratio of 9:3:3:1. Now the next topic of today's session is how characters get expressed. At the time of Mendel, the term gene was not known to him. He called the term factors, which are now called genes, for transfer of characters from parent to offspring. As you have learned in the previous session that genes are located on thread-like structure called chromosome lengthwise. The genetic material present in chromosome is DNA. Thus, genes are nothing but segment of DNA and they are called as cistron. And genes are the part of chromosomes. There are number of amino acids present in cells, and these amino acids are units of protein. Sections of DNA provide information for the formation of particular type of protein, and this protein control a specific character of an individual. Let me explain with the help of an example. Suppose tallness is a character. Okay. Plant hormones are responsible for growth of a plant, and concentration of plant hormone depends upon its amount of formation. Since hormones are made up of proteins, so more the protein available, more will be the amount of hormone formed, and more tall the plant will be. Last topic of today's session is sex determination in human being. This concept is not new for you, as you have already read in class 8th. So let me revise the concept again. In human being, there are 23 pair of chromosomes in the nucleus of the cell. Out of these 23 pairs, 22 pairs are called autosomes and one pair is called sex chromosome. Sex chromosomes are X and Y. The female has 2 X chromosome, that is XX, and the male has 1 X and 1 Y chromosome, that is XY. Thus, female will produce same type of gametes having X chromosome, and male will produce 2 type of gametes having X and Y chromosome. On this basis, female are called homogametic and male are called heterogametic. Why? Because female will produce same types of gamete and male will produce different types of gamete. One is having X chromosome and other is having Y chromosome. So that is why they are heterogametic. Thus, all X have X chromosome, whereas some sperms have X chromosomes and some have Y chromosome. If a sperm having X chromosome fuses with an egg having X chromosome, then girl child will be formed. Whereas, if a sperm having Y chromosome fuses with an egg having X chromosome, the child will be a boy. Drosophila melanogaster, also called as fruit fly. So, similar type of sex determination as in human being. So, here also the female are homogametic and male are heterogametic. But in some animal, sex is determined by environmental factors. For example, in turtles, scientific name is Chrysema picta. High incubation temperature develops female and is lizard. In lizard, that is agama, high incubation temperature develops into male. This figure reveals about sex determination in human. You may observe here that sperms are of 2 types. One is having X chromosome and one other is having Y chromosome. Whereas female is having X chromosome, that is homogametic there. So, they will produce only X gamete, and here male will produce 2 types of gamete. One is having X and other is having Y chromosome. So, whenever X of a sperm fuses with X of ova, then what will happen? Girl child, and when Y of a sperm fuses with X of female, then the child will be boy. So, this is all about today's session. Thank you and have a nice day. For any kind of doubts, please write your questions in comment section.